It's Wednesday, Fergus!
We hope you're all having a fantastic week and hope that you are finding the weather just as great.
The weather has been great, but we've all seen those big storm clouds that have been rolling through. So what do you think, Fergus? Do we risk having another grand mall flood like last year?
Your faithful reporters Sydney, Cheyenne, and Liz have searched out the answers for that question. How will the city prevent the creek from overtaking our town again?
Okay, Fergus, we are out here in our practice field, and seems to have flooded again this year. Not quite as dramatic as last year, but seems to be a reoccurring problem these days. So we're going to find out what the school plans to do about it, and also tell you a little bit about how you should be reacting to this flooding.
Mr. Stengel, what are we going to do about this practice field lake situation?
Well, mostly we're going to wait for the creek to go down right now, but long term we're looking into hiring a creek consultant, an engineering firm, to see if we can design a fix or alleviation of this situation, and help us go through the application process for permission to do those kinds of things, which runs through any number of city, local, state, federal government agencies that all want to have some say about what we can do and can't do.
What were some of the ideas?
Well, we haven't even come up with a lot of ideas. One of the ideas is basically to haul in dirt and raise the level of the far edge of the practice area so that the water will run behind that area and further to the back of our property and back into the creek, which a lot of it does already, but basically we lost so much creek bank last spring with the heavy flows that the creek bank's lower and it's in a different location than it has been historically. So what we can do, that's kind of why we're going to hire a consultant probably.
Oh, well, sounds good. Thanks.
You bet.
Okay, Fergus, I'm sure y'all know how much fun it can be to splash around in puddles, but have you ever thought of how dangerous it can be? For one, there's all the bacteria that runs through the creeks. 2, this creek runs through people's backyards and through the sewage systems. And 3, it's private property, so you can be fined with trespassing by the police, not by the school. Okay, Fergus, the creek has obviously risen, which means the water is much higher and the currents are a lot stronger and faster.
It is obviously very dirty now. It's very murky. The sediment has unsettled and you don't know where you're at, and the rocks have moved. So even if you think you know a place, you might not. So be very careful.
Especially be very careful if you decide to go icing after a practice or if you just want to take a dip, because it's not going to be the same as it always is and the current's pretty strong.
Let's hope the city's plan works. And all you remember that good old saying, April showers bring May flowers? Well, we found a class that's bringing flowers to Fergus without needing those April showers. Follow us, your anchors, as we go into the field, more like the greenhouse, to know more about the horticulture class.
Mr. Long, what class is this?
This is horticulture.
And what do you guys do in this class?
Well, we start in the fall, and all the plants that you see behind us, we start learning about plants from seeds all the way through the growing stages and reproductive stages. And then in January, we buy most of all these plants as seedlings, and the students use what they learned in the fall to grow the plants from January through this time of year.
Okay, and what credit do the kids get for this?
Kids can earn a full science credit, and it's also a vocational credit.
Who are the kids that can take this class?
Any junior and senior can take this class. It's if you like to work with your hands and you don't mind getting dirty and playing with the plants, raising flowers, taking care of something that's not yours and that's not you, that you can come down here and work in the greenhouse and get a science credit and kind of learn how to use your hands and work in the dirt.
Okay, cool. And what do you guys do with the flowers after you're done?
We sell all the flowers locally, mostly to people in the district. Our biggest customer base is school district employees, and we'll start selling plants the 21st of May this year.
Okay, thank you.
We are here with Jessica in the greenhouse here at Fergus High. Jessica, what are you guys doing in here?
We are planting plants and watering them and fertilizing them and deadheading them.
And what class is this?
Horticulture.
And did you know what this class was when you first signed up for it?
I knew that it involved plants, but I didn't know what exactly it was.
What kind of credit do you get for this?
I think it's a crossover. I think it's a science and a vocational, but I'm not sure.
Oh, do you sell the flowers?
Yeah, we do.
I'm here with Johnny Meyer. Johnny, what class is this?
This is horticulture.
And what credit do you get for it?
You get a science credit. It can be used as a science or it can be used as one of your vocational to cross over.
Okay, and what's your favorite part about this class?
Just like being able to take care of stuff and better all these wonderful little plants.
And what's your least favorite part?
Chopping off all the flowers to let them get bushier at the beginning.
So, what makes or breaks high school? We think it's the experience. Now here's Jacob and Scott with some great times and other memories that some people would rather bury 6 feet under.
I'm investigative reporter Jacob Godby. Together with my cameraman Scott Smith, we find the dirt they don't want you to see.
Now, can I sing?
Yeah. Seth, what was the most fun experience you had at school this year?
Playing football and going to playoffs. It was pretty cool.
Cool. Thank you. You ready, Kara?
Let me fix my shirt.
Okay. Just fix mine a little bit.
What are you asking me again?
Brandy, have you seen anything scary happen this past year in school?
Yeah, the boys in the senior class and the junior class, they get a little touchy-feely, but not with the girls. It's more the other boys. So I'm glad I'm not a junior or senior boy.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Brandy. Okay, Kara, did anything embarrassing happen to you over the last school year?
Yeah, I once started a cheer at a basketball game, and my voice cracked, and everyone heard. And I get made fun of.
So kind of like, Fergus! Whoa!
Exactly.
That's too bad. Thanks, Kara.
You're welcome.
Paper, paper, paper. It's everywhere. But what would you do if there was a paperless office? With this question in hand, Jade scrounged up the answer to what students thought about this phenomenon.
What is the future of homework? Is it this? Or is it this? A paperless classroom may be the future, as more and more teachers decide to switch to computers. Many colleges are already doing this, in which a laptop is a necessity for note-taking. I interviewed several seniors on their outtake on paperless classrooms.
So you guys have been able to get a glimpse of what a paperless office is like during Mr. Wright's AP government class. So do you feel like computerized homework is the way of the future?
I think it's really cool because I think paper is just like a hassle. So it's just like a waste. And you can just get on the computer and do your homework, and then when you're done, play games.
I kind of agree with that. However, I do believe in certain instances where some test takers, that's hard for them. So I think eventually it probably will be, but at this point we still use a little bit of paper just because of personal preference.
I think it's a good idea. I think now a lot of people are using technology. A lot of people bring their cell phones to class, and sometimes you can like text in answers and stuff like that, and it gets students more involved, and I think everyone likes it. You know?
Okay, thank you very much.
So there you have it, Fergus. Perhaps one day, no one alive will be able to write, and paper will be a distant memory from the past. But until that day comes, I'm sticking with my notebook. Thank you very much.
Well, Taylor, the office may be able to go paperless, but the same can't be said for the band. That's right. That means there will be a band concert next Tuesday. Be sure to show up and root on the best band in Fergus County.
And tennis plays this Saturday here at Fergus. So Fergus, make sure to come support your team, and we know if all seems hopeless, they'll come back swinging.
Well, Fergus, we think that about wraps it up for today.
And we're all glad you know it's Wednesday.
Be sure to have a freaking fantastical day, Fergus. This is Jenna.
And Taylor.
Over and out.